This is the official intro for Friday's episode, y'all. It's August 23rd. I think I got the date correct today. No, I'm so glad it's Friday, though. It's been a long week, you know what I mean? And so I'm looking forward to the weekend. A lot of chilling. The only thing we might do this weekend is go to the zoo, finally. Been talking about going to the zoo forever. So we might go do that. Other than that, a lot of chilling. And a lot of Big Brother live feeds. So I just want to say thanks and enjoy today's episode, y'all. Hey, Charlie.
Hi. Fuck. Nothing really to gain if you ain't feeling the pain. If you ain't drink from the rain while you wait for the sun. From the slums, it was all about the weight and the gun. To get the top spot, rolling the drop top with a pretty chick. Niggas might love you, but they hate you the one. You know the shit well if it comes from it. I'm used to the pain, sort of numb from it. If you offered the war, I wouldn't run from it. Not a chance. I was just advanced, weed in my stand socks. Told you I'ma make a stand. You made $100, you can make a grand. Thinking like a warrior. Fuck it, I'ma take the land. Went hand to hand, can't take the stand. Feeling like a rat, niggas scat, gon' make a plan. And get you a 9 to 5, you ain't ready for the shootout. Thinking it's time to ride, or thinking it's time to die. Either or is good. Niggas get rich, coming from the poorest hood. I'm an asshole, and I ain't full of shit though. Call me the Phantom, but I would drive a Pinto. Stay shining, the whole CT.
Styles P here, y'all. LOX. Enjoy the weekend.
Get on Instagram. All these men wearing these women clothes. Listen, love, it's a social site. They got you thinking it's a centerfold. Put it in your mental, let your body is a temple. But you don't even care about niggas you let enter, yo. The pussy free, but the crack course. Black girl laws, you should know if your math off. You can tell it is all wrong. When you're school like the texting, the spelling is all wrong. Forgot about the race like the melon is all gone. The water in the hood like the felons is all gone. Look. I'm telling you, boy, it's like the second coming of the ghost. I've been doing this shit for a while. Y'all niggas follow my footsteps. It's sort of like footprints in the sand. You see them, but you don't know where I'm at. See no evil, hear no evil. I'm in the game where you get killed by your people. The shorties in the hood don't care who diesel. They can't afford to pay measles. Matter of fact, they little in the dirt. They remind me of weasels. Get them shorties a pistol, they sick like measles. That's why I let you know that I leave you whenever I breeze through. You can get smoked like trees too. Yeah, I rap hard, but I'm moving them keys too. 44 large, you gon' dodge and weave who? An eagle on $1 in the desert. So we get the deserts with the dollars and the dollars with the deserts. You want
of fantastic cannabis products and deals that fit your budget. So whether you're a vet patient or shopping recreationally, Sunnyside Dispensary has you covered. Visit sunnyside.shop for bright buys every day, including 50% off your first 3 online purchases. Enter promo code HITUNEIN at checkout to qualify. That's HITUNEIN. Exclusions apply. Intended for 21 ages and up or valid medical card holders.
So that's crazy. So that commercial, right, that y'all just heard, excuse me, I got a cigarette hanging out of my mouth. So that commercial you just heard, right, that's the Sunnyside Dispensary. They're a weed dispensary out of Illinois, right? And I'm just like, I mean, good for them, you know what I'm saying? They're peddling their product, you know what I'm saying, trying to get money or whatever. That's great. But I'm in Wisconsin. So for one thing, I don't smoke weed. I will when I get off paper. I'm going to be smoking my brains out the day I get off paper. But anyways, this place is out of Illinois. Marijuana is still illegal here in Wisconsin. So my point is, and although like I'm cool with it, I'm just trying to make the contrast. I'm just trying to make the argument or whatever of like, how is it that weed is illegal in our state, but yet they're airing weed commercials from Illinois here in Wisconsin? we're hearing Illinois weed commercials on Wisconsin radio stations talking about come get the weed. So if we come get the weed, not me, I'm just saying we, you know. So if we come get the weed and then get pulled over on the way home and then get arrested. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the shit's illegal, but they're airing the commercials talking about come get it. My point is, it's like, why don't we just make weed legal here in this state? Because they know people. I know Michelle has a couple friends that go out there to that dispensary in Illinois. She knows people that go to, that have driven out to that one in Michigan. They air commercials. They're a weed dispensary out of Michigan, and they air commercials here in Wisconsin on our radio stations talking about come get the weed. Shouldn't that, like, I'm just saying, like, we're so far behind with stuff here in this state, in Wisconsin. I think us in Indiana are the only ones that don't have weed, whether it's recreation or medical. You know what I'm saying? But isn't that just like that stark contrast of how that happens? It's illegal here, but we're hearing the commercials out of Michigan and Illinois talking about come get the weed. Yeah, they just need to go on and legalize it here. And that goes into what I was telling Michelle, too, last night about, like, lawmaking and stuff like that. That's one reason weed's not legal here in Wisconsin yet. Because you have white lawmakers that don't want to legalize it. There was a referendum on marijuana here, like, it was a few years ago. And I think it was, like, over, like, I think it was either in the high 70% of people said yes to weed. It was white people, black people, everyone, brown, everyone was saying yes for the most part. And they still didn't put it on the ballot and let us vote for it. That's because them white lawmakers don't want weed. Because they still see weed as like, they look at weed like it's cocaine and shit. But that's what I be trying to tell her, like, it's white lawmakers that block progress. Because if it was black and brown lawmakers up in there, they would have been done legalized weed. Not because for people to smoke it and get high and all that kind of shit. No, it's because of all the other benefits from it. And so people can stop being arrested and sent to prison and shit for it. And having their probation and parole revoked because they use it. Like, I can't smoke weed. If I decided to smoke weed and I were to get a little piss test and shit like that, like, I don't get piss tests anymore. But, like, if I were and I was dirty, I could potentially go back to jail. I don't think that would happen because I really, truly don't. You know, just based off the fact I've been out here over 11 years and haven't fucked. I haven't been back to jail once. Not for a second, a minute, a day, an hour, none of that shit. I have not been back. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I know it's probably some people on there and shit. It's probably people listening calling me convicted felon, loser, all this stuff. I ain't losing at nothing. I'm winning at life. I've been out here 11 years. No mess ups. You know what I'm saying? I work every day. I'm in a strong, healthy relationship. My family ties are strong. You know what I'm saying? My credit is decent. You know what I mean? I pay bills. I'm healthy. I'm smart. And my way of thinking changed. That's why I'm out here still. I changed my way of thinking and my values. I got my self-esteem together. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Big Brother's going to be good this weekend. I like when the HOH happens, you know, because it kind of resets the game. And so, yeah, I'm loving that. But it sounds like there might be some racial shit going on in the house. I'm going to try to go back and look what Leah said. Leah's a white girl in the house, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I was telling Michelle this morning. Sometimes white people, they may not even be racist. But sometimes, like, they'll make comments
and they will be racial comments, and then they don't know, and then you check them on it, and be like, oh, what did I do? I didn't realize it. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Well, now you do. Now you do. So yeah. So I'm almost at work. I just want to say everyone and finish taking on the day and enjoy your weekend and stay safe, please. Stay safe. And tell somebody you love them. Peace.
With us now.
What I don't understand too, like they're talking about how there's like fake political endorsement ads on, social media and stuff like that. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I get it. But man, like, you can tell people have been on social media and stuff long enough. People are huge on like how good their cameras work and taking pictures and all that kind of stuff. I can tell an AI photo right away. You can tell. You can tell. You can tell the difference between a real picture of someone that has maybe been like, photoshopped. You know what I mean? How they have them things where you can like make your face fatter or thinner, or like make your face look dark. All those kind of things just in your phone settings when you're editing pictures or whatever, that kind of stuff. But you can tell the difference between someone that like did that versus an AI picture. I can right away. Like, yeah. People just got to be like, come on, man. I don't even believe something like this makes the news. I mean, I get it because it's political time and shit like that. Like, they got a picture of this dude on here with a comma. You can tell it's fake. You can tell it's fake. You can tell it's a fake post, man. Like, who's really going to believe that? Unless you're trying to just say, oh, well, it's just like the subliminality of it. Kind of like that if you see it, your mind tells you it's real. Or if you keep seeing it and seeing it and seeing it and seeing it again. Yeah, my mind's made up. I'm Democrat. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing. Just how you can't, at this point, you can't move, like, Trump supporters off of who they are. You can't move Kamala supporters off who they are. So what it boils down to is who's going to come out and vote more. That's what that is. It's simple math.
A little bit off, but one of them is real. The one in that top right, that young blonde woman wearing the Sympathies for Trump shirt, who's also in that lower right-hand one, that is actually a real photo. And that goes to show how tough this can be. Because articles...
Yeah, I can tell the difference right away. I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. Because that shit ain't swaying nobody. Really difficult. Come on, man. For maybe a 13 or 14-year-old, or, someone that's in their late 80s or 90s that's like kind of, you know what I'm saying? Their vision might not be the best, their hearing might not be, that kind of stuff, or they're not like, just kind of not aware of what's going on. They might, but the majority of people, you ain't going to be able to fool them with that shit, man. Come on, man. Got this white thug judge for y'all to hear about. So, this thug judge, he's finally arrested for intentionally causing car accidents and doing drive-by shooting. What else has he done? Listen to this one. You want to hear this one, baby?
Judge Lovell was at his home in Nokomis Wednesday.
So, here at 6, a longtime Garfield County judge arrested in Texas.
According to Austin police, Judge Brian Lovell fired at several cars before he was involved in an alleged road rage crash. News 4's Adria Goins has details on his arrest. She joins us now live in studio. Adria? Heather, Judge Lovell faces charges of reckless driving and discharging a firearm after this incident on September 11th. Now, we went to his home today to ask him, what happened?
The photos.
Judge Lovell was at his home in Nokomis Wednesday when we knocked on his door.
I have Adria with News 4, and we're going to ask you a little bit about the situation. Thank you.
He did not respond to our questions about the incident. Lovell was arrested last week for a series of events unfolding on Austin, Texas streets, nearly 500 miles from his home. According to this affidavit, witnesses say they saw Lovell fire shots in as many as 5 cars at this intersection. Witnesses saying a man driving a white SUV left the scene. Police then got a second call of a road rage crash about a mile and a half away. According to the affidavit, Lovell driving a white SUV slammed into the back of a woman's car. The two got into an argument, and Lovell reportedly intentionally hit her car a second time, attempting to push her vehicle into oncoming traffic. Police found a gun and magazine in his SUV. He reportedly told officers he did not know why he would have shot his gun and could not recall any part of the shooting incident. Lovell.
This reminds me of the movie Falling Down, 1993, with Michael Douglas. He was just a regular office worker and just kept putting up with shit and and snapped and went to like American Surplus, you know, like that army surplus store, whatever they're called everywhere, different. And bought like grenades and like all this stuff and like went crazy.
Like this guy did.
Yes.
This dude is a judge too.
Right. Like, this movie is really good because he just, like, went unhinged.
Michelle's crazy as hell. She'll be knowing all this shit. Shout out Falling Down. Go check that out, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about it.
A middle-aged man dealing with both unemployed... Oh, he got fired.
Who's in the movie, baby?
It's, Michael Douglas.
Oops, damn.
No, it's okay. Michael Douglas. Barbara Hershey. I love her. Who else is notable?
Ain't nobody black in the movie. That's fucked up. Ain't nobody black. I see one black person.
Michael Paul
baby,
Chan.
How many is the cast on there? Just that. Dang. Okay, 2 black people. Dang.
Oh, wait. Who did Vondell Curtis Hall play? It's a non-economic something.
They probably have.
I think he was like a homeless guy or something.
Dang, see?
I'm just saying. I think he was homeless.
See 4 black people out of this.
So the police clerk, the detective.
Dang.
Another officer.
It don't even.
So the police people, the police characters in the movie were black.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Dang. So look, in reality,
Robert Duvall was in it.
In reality, though, you scroll through about guesstimate 30 15. Cast members.
Yeah, 15 before.
And there was only about 6 or 7 black people out of
that's
about.
That's what that article reminds me of.
See, we're the least of every. We're all. It don't matter. You could go in any area, and we're going to be the least.
I see a candidate who has sought to reform and uphold the law.
They got Reverend Al up here talking too. Shout out Reverend Al.
To black Americans.
Founder and president of the National Action Network. Yeah, shout out Al Sharpton. I know some people don't like Al Sharpton. That's the other thing I hate too is when white people, like some white people, they'll be like making fun of Al Sharpton, the Reverend Al Sharpton, and all that kind of stuff, man.
Consistent about is making himself richer and sowing division to get that done. This man said,
yeah, I'm smoking a cigarette. I know. I wonder sometimes when we're lighting up cigarettes, I wonder if people are like, dang, people are doing something they ain't supposed to be doing.
But sometimes when you're like talking about something you're passionate about and you're a smoker,
you light a cigarette up.
Just keep lighting them.
Exactly.
Or like when you're, like some of the stuff we talk about is stressful, right?
Good
so,
point.
like, when you're stressed out and you're a smoker, you smoke.
Exactly.
It's not like you're a chain smoker
right
all day long, every day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big brother time, y'all.
Yeah.
Peace. And thanks for listening. It's Friday tomorrow. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Tonight
And be kind, like Michelle always says. It don't cost nothing to be kind.
Yeah, be kind to others. Be kind to others. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the last few days of summer, as they say. If you have kids that are going back to school, this might be like your last weekend before they go back to school and start a fall routine. And, let them stay up late and watch a movie.
Okay.
And have something memorable for the summer.
And we'll end this episode with a kiss.
Yeah. Mwah.
Peace, y'all. And always stay safe. I got this video clip, y'all. This is episode 2. I told y'all Michelle and I will be back for episode later on tonight. So whenever you're listening to this, it'll be Thursday. It's eviction night and shit. We're watching the DNC. Pink's about to perform. And so I got this video, right? So, hey, baby.
Yeah.
You want to read this one? Without, obviously, you'll see the words that...
Well, words I won't say. A racist white man called a black man, the N-word, and well, you know what happens next. Okay, I was just reading that. I did.
I just mentioned that today. It's cool to see it. I'm cool as fuck. You know what? I know. Take no bullshit. I'm like shit. But you ain't talking shit. You just said nigger. I told you watch that damn word, bro. That's what you did, bro. Shit, bro. You know, I'm feeling that reason. You know fucking bullet nigger shit on me. Go on, tell you right now. Don't fuck your ass up. What's up? No. It's all good.
He pulls out a hammer.
What's up? The white dude?
Black man.
That word is fucking offensive, bro. Don't use it. Don't use that shit around. I use it.
telling you right now, you take this shit from me, I will fuck you up myself. Get the fuck out of here. You better fucking line your shit up.
Think about that one, baby.
I don't know what happened.
Look at this nasty ass.
I humored you for a minute.
Look at this.
This girl's throwing the phone and she has like a French bulldog on her lap, and she is massaging the dog's his planters.
That is sick.
I would probably have thrown it in my mouth if
I humored you for a minute while we were in there.
Wait, if I accidentally touched Chewy's balls,
you probably wash her hand and throw up.
Yeah.
What the
like
hell?
Once,
There's people out
his,
here doing this
like
shit?
his pee-pee was on my hand and I didn't know because he was like laying on me and I was like, ow!
We got to get a diaper for Chewy. Yeah, we're talking about you.
Oh, can you finish typing what it is called?
Type what's called, baby? Oh.
I don't know because I want to find it.
Oh, we're, okay. Sorry, y'all. Oh, you want to do it like that?
Okay, there. See if I can find it.
Oh, okay. Check this one out, y'all. Sorry. We're, Tammy Baldwin speaking. All right, hold on, y'all. Check this out. This is a Nazi dude. His name is Austin Rogers. Hold on, y'all. His name is Austin Rogers. So, a Nazi, Austin Rogers, gets his grandma's house raided by police after 4... What does that say? What does that say?
After Fortune.
Oh.
Fortune Post.
After Fortune Post and putting white supremacist recruitment papers in people's driveways. This is in Sandusky, Ohio.
These are what the white racist trolls in these comments look like. Okay, let's see.
For a minute while we were in there, because I already know this is your bag, so I see pictures of it. Told Grandma we're season for evidence anyhow. But when you have the red spray paint still in your bag, yeah. Your agreement you had with the county has been pulled. Your bond's been revoked. You can go to prison. We're done dealing with you. All right? Good luck there. I'm trying to get a hold of the judge or sheriff. Maybe get you out of protective, put you in general pop, see how that works.
Dog got his grandma's house raided.
Austin, open the door.
Just need to talk to you, Matt.
Need to have a chat. All right. What's going on with you? I just woke up. Just woke up? All right. Maybe let's talk to you for a minute. So what's going on?
Get your shoes on, white boy. You going to jail. Dude's got look what he's got on his. Look what he's got on his wall, baby.
I just woke up. Yeah?
Behind him.
Yeah.
Come back to your stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, why are you putting bags in the driveways all around here?
Dude's got a damn Nazi sign hanging on his wall. Hold on. Baby, what you think Kamala's got to do tonight? You think she's got to talk about the economy? I don't think she needs. You think she does? I don't think she needs to.
But people are concerned about it, so I think if she talks about like her plan, that will incorporate that.
But like with that, But like with that, like, is it really realistic for her to sit up there and like do like a PowerPoint presentation of like, cause like she's still vice president.
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
So it's a little tricky because if like you start saying what you're gonna do as president, blah blah blah, then in a way you're kind of like, there could be some contradictory stuff about what's going on now because you are the vice president, and then people could be like, oh well, why aren't you doing that now? You're the vice president, you're in the White House, why aren't you doing all that now? You know what I mean?
Right.
And use it against her. Because any other time, they're always saying how the vice president isn't important and they don't really do shit. They're just there in case, you know, the president dies or whatever. But for some reason now, they're trying to make it seem like she was supposed to be doing all this shit when she was vice president.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, I do understand, but, you know. And then, too, like there was a group, right? They wanted to have a speaking spot at the DNC. It was I think it was a Palestinian group, or whatever. And I guess this guy like that runs it. He's a delegate holder, or whatever. Of a bunch of that community's votes, right? So he demanded a speaking spot at the DNC. Like, for one thing, dog, like, I appreciate, like, you know, all that stuff and shit like that as a black and brown man, but, dog, like, black people, Kamala Harris can't even go up there as a black candidate for president and talk about what she's going to do for black people specifically. She can't even do that. As president, you can't even do that. You know why? Because white people in totality don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear about nobody going up there talking about they're going to help black people. I'm going to help poor black people. I'm going to help poor Mexican people. White people don't want to hear that. I'm saying like...
That's why they say the middle class. Because and it's all inclusive. Because you don't want white voters to lean towards Trump either. So you gotta say and it's important for her.
That's a good point too.
But it's also important for her to acknowledge that she's willing to help everybody.
Exactly. Dude was like, to me that's like bullying. You're trying to basically say, if you don't give us a speaking spot, we're not giving you our vote.
Right.
But my point is, like, dude, like, he doesn't realize, dude, like, his cause is very important. But like what I was saying, like black people and even Mexican people and stuff like that, other groups, like we've been fighting against racism, all this stuff, you know, systemic race, all this stuff, right? And like I was saying, even the president, like Barack Obama, he couldn't even go up there and say he was going to help poor people. You know what I mean? You can't go up there as a black candidate, unfortunately, and say that you're going to do this specifically for this person, because people don't want to hear that. Even though it's true, it's like you can do that stuff, but that's the type of stuff you do, you know, behind closed doors.
Right.
You do all this stuff, but you can't, because America's not ready to hear that. You see how long it took us to get our first black president.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. What I mean is, in totality, white America, whiteness, they don't want to hear that talk because they don't care. The majority of they don't care about the poor. You know what I mean? So they don't want to hear that talk. Right. My point is, so us as black people, if we can't go up there and ask for reparations and or you know, what makes you think that you can bully people? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. If anyone has a right to go up there and say, we demand a speaking spot and we want, and all this, it should be black people.
Right.
And if we can't even do that after years and years and years and years and years, like, what makes you think, you see what I'm saying? Right. Kind of like, that kind of like bothered me a little bit. It's almost like they're, what's that word? It starts with a B. Where you try, you know, you hold something over somebody's head that they have, that you have against them. Yeah, it's almost like blackmail almost. It's like, we have all these votes that you probably need, and if we don't get this speaking spot at the DNC, we ain't giving them to you. Right. Like, damn, like, what the fuck is that? What, like, and their people are talking with their people behind closed doors. It's not like they're ignoring them.
Right.
I've been hearing they've been, you know, wheeling and dealing and talking with them and stuff.
And what's funny is, like, that's what her and Joe Biden do.
Exactly.
Is they work behind the scenes, no matter if you're a Democrat or a Republican, they're willing to work with anybody. And I also wanted to point out, like, there are a lot of black people in power. There's Hakeem Jeffries is a minority speaker. Look at all the black senators and representatives.
Right.
You know, there's more now than there ever were.
Right, but they can only do so much.
Right, but they passed the laws.
Hakeem
right?
Jeffries.
Well, his hands are tied a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Because there's always going to be somebody white making a decision above you. The lawmakers, most of the lawmakers are white people, baby.
Listen, but if Kamala wins the White House, he becomes the majority speaker. He has Mike Johnson's job.
Right, but what does that really mean?
Because they're the ones that are passing these bills, and if we have the majority, more things are going to pass. But what you're missing is that there's not enough black and brown lawmakers that make the laws. Right, I agree.
Even if it's a lot of Democrats, Independents, Republican lawmakers that making the laws, they're still not going to make enough. That's what people. I know. And that, unless you're black and brown, you're not going to totally understand that. Because even the most liberal white person, the most democratic white person, I guarantee you, we could look up all the lawmakers, and I guarantee you, 7 out of 7. I'm just using 10.
I was going to say 40% are non-white.
7 out of 10 of them are white.
Right.
They're making the laws. A lot of them people that are making the laws are these old ass white men. Right. People like Robin Voss. Right. People like Mitch McConnell. Those kind of people. And with these democratic elections that we win, more and more non-white people are becoming senators and representatives. That's what I'm saying.
So it's slowly turning. It's not fast enough. But if you look at a picture of the Senate or the House from let's just say 10 years ago, there are even less black and brown people, or just non-whites, I'm going to say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But see, here's the thing with that too. Like you say, there's more black and brown people. That's true, but it's still, in reality, there's still the minority in there.
Right,
so
right.
You still don't have enough of you to make change. That's what I'm saying. So, you're in a position where you can only do so much.
Right.
You can only go so far. Because you're always, 9 times out of 10, going to have to ask somebody white for permission, or hey, can we do this? Hey, we're thinking about getting this done.
And that's why it's so important.
Oh, the timing isn't right now. Maybe
and that's why this election is so important, because
exactly.
The usually the non-white people are Democrats, correct?
Yes.
So if the Democrats win the White House, they win the Senate and the House too this year.
Yeah.
So then we will have more non-white people making the laws. The laws. And that's why this election is so important. Even if you're a non-white and you're on the fence, but you're a Democrat, but you're just on the fence about her, right? The House and the Senate make the laws. So they present the laws to her and she signs it or doesn't. Right? So that's why it's so important that we have a majority in both places.
And not only that,
and more non-whites that will bring the non-white issues to the table.
Yes, and just because you can have a white person that's just down as fuck,
but they're just not going to.
They're not because they're not black or brown, so they're just not going to be able to see it from that lens.
And I have noticed in recent years, more non-white people are running for office, and that's awesome because we need that.
And here's my thing too, because I hear
total diversity and inclusion where non-white people can bring issues to the table, saying these are the issues of low-income housing. This is the issue for Hispanic people. This is the issue for black people. This is these are things that we need to address and make policy on.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. White people don't know that.
They're not.
Because their district that they're from is probably more white than black or brown.
Mm-hmm.
Most times, people that run in their district, their community is the same as them.
Exactly.
I mean, there are exceptions.
And the other thing too, if you think about it, because I was hearing that Tori and Liz. Was that a few days ago? They were talking about, they had that Eric Hubdy in there.
Again?
They're interviewing that clown, Eric Hubdy again, right? Yeah, people were just taking dude to task. They're letting him have. Dude don't even read the comments in there because he doesn't, he probably. But
he doesn't read the talk to text anymore either.
He don't read on there because he knows he's bogus.
Right.
But
because I think a lot of people like Liz in the beginning, and now she's showing who she really is because she's more comfortable, right? Because she's not a guest anymore with the last 30 minutes.
She's not an employee there. She's not. She said, "Look, check. This is how that came about." So I was listening to Sherwin, and I don't even remember who had asked or something. Someone had called in. We'll make this is a side conversation, y'all.
Sidebar.
So someone had called in, and they were talking about, Tory and, because once someone sparks it, it gets going. It's like a wildfire. And someone's like, yeah, Tory and Liz, and they were just saying whatever about it, right? And then they were like, well, Tory doesn't realize just how basic, how just law works, just basic,
doesn't
law works and stuff like that. And then they're like, if he did, his stance would be different.
Right,
his views would be different.
Right, like the president doesn't make the laws.
Exactly.
It gets put on their desk for them for the final approval, but if everybody else votes on it, they usually approve it unless it's outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
But the president doesn't solely make the laws. Your senators and your representatives do. Your older people don't make the laws. They just follow them.
Exactly. But
They're not making the employee handbook. Only those 2 departments do. Everyone else just follows the handbook, right?
Exactly.
You know, like police, your older people, your mayor, your county executive.
Yeah, I'm glad you thought.
Your governor. They're just following the employee handbook and executing the policies.
They had said, dude, like, he was saying, because I was saying, like, well, I had texted in and I was like, if Republicans cared about, sorry, I got a cigarette in my mouth. I was like, if Republicans cared so much about the cities, the major U.S. cities, if they really cared about the city so much and cared about our people and all that stuff like that, black and brown people so much, why aren't there more white mayors in major U.S. cities? If you look at
a lot of black mayors.
No, I said white mayors.
No, I said there are a lot of...
Exactly. My point, so if the Republicans care so much, and most of them are white, that are complaining about the cities when election times comes around, they care so much, why wouldn't they run to be mayor?
Right.
To take care of the city and make the city better.
Here's an example.
Because if you look at and I looked it up, it's the 50 major, that they consider major cities in the U.S., over 70% of them, it's in the high 60s, are black. And the few white mayors are Democratic, and there was only like 3 or 4 Republican mayors. Out of the 50 U.S. cities that are Republican, there was only like 3 or 4. Everyone else was black, Democrat, there was like 7 or 8 total white mayors all together out of the 50 major U.S. cities, and 4 of them were Democrat, and 3 were Republican, and the rest were black or brown.
Here's an example.
So who cares about the cities?
This is a prime example of who cares about the cities. So 4 years ago, and those 4 years prior to that, when Trump was in office, how much road construction did we have?
Very, very little to none.
I mean, were they were filling potholes with temporary stuff, but were they resurfacing streets?
That's a good point. You know what? They weren't doing shit, because I remember seeing online, I saw this little black kid filling potholes by himself. Remember that? It was a few years ago. It was on CBS.
It was during COVID.
They did a little piece on it. It was a little young. He could have been no older than 10. He was filling potholes by himself.
Right. So all this construction that's happening, Locust being torn up, which is needed to be torn up for years, right? I think they recently just finished Titonia because it was stalled for during COVID.
Yep.
Because of nobody was working. But that's done. The freeway system, there's they're redoing 43. Even when they resurfaced it, maybe 20 years ago, it was not this type of project. This is making more lanes.
They were putting little Band-Aids over.
Redoing the ramps, but not redoing the bridges, all that. All this is federal funding.
From Biden campaign, Biden and Harris.
Right. Who released it. Also, a sidebar, not doing anything to do with infrastructure, but Joe Biden, is that medical bills, whether they are with the provider or end up going to collection, are no longer...
talking about stuff I don't know, so she's...
Okay,
you go ahead, baby.
So they go to collection shortly after if you don't pay it, right?
Okay.
Those are no longer on your credit report.
Oh, I bet then fuck that $400 something doctor bill I got. Remember I told you I ain't never paying it? You saying it might get erased?
I mean, should I just say fuck the $7,000 in the past?
Let me tell y'all something real quick. I ain't gonna tell y'all the numbers. But Michelle,
we went to the emergency room at Aurora Sinai.
Michelle and her son. We're not gonna get all into details,
We'll go into his private health issues. But We spent 4 hours there. That was when I went at nighttime that one time.
Yep.
The bill that they submitted to the insurance company.
Now, y'all are drinking something.
Yeah, sit down and don't have your mouth full of liquid.
Man.
$16,000.
When you told me that number, I was...
Of that, the insurance knocks it down to what they feel they should pay. But I have to pay $3,500.
Whoa.
Because I had not met my deductible yet. I've definitely met it now.
And just think, like you said, every time that you got to take to the emergency room or something or whatever, that's a bill.
It's like...
Even if, like, you're not having... Even if the insurance is paying...
Even if you meet your deductible, the ER visit copay is $350.
Shout out Elizabeth Warren. We're watching DNC. I love Elizabeth Warren.
Look at her.
Straight up.
She's so cute. She's a cute grandma. Can't you just see her baking cookies and a pot roast for you?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a casserole.
Let's listen in for a minute.
Kamala Harris can't be bought, and she can't be bossed around.
So back to your story. What was baby about the doctor bill?
Oh, so like a doctor bill, if you don't pay it, then it goes to collection.
Mm-hmm.
They've passed a bill, law, whatever, policy, that they cannot report that to your credit.
Thanks to Biden and Harris.
Right. Because that stuff ruins people's credit.
And
if you have health issues and you're constantly going to the doctor, but you can't afford, like, the copay or out-of-pocket expenses, sometimes accidentally you go to somebody who's not in your network, God forbid, your insurance won't pay any of it, and you have to pay the whole bill.
That's when you told me that 16 G's, I'm like...
A lot of my credit over the years has been ruined.
Right.
By, like, I filed for bankruptcy, and a lot of my creditors were medical bills.
Mm-hmm. So that's a big deal.
And I wasn't very responsible with my funding. But I also was raising 2 kids by myself with 1 income.
Exactly.
Yep.
So that's the little things that, like, they won't talk about that, they won't bring it up, but it's important to people that can't afford medical bills.
Exactly, and that goes into that everyday.
Right.
Everyday, regular working people that, those are the people that Kamala cares about. That's what they're talking about. Like, when they talk about freedom and all that, it goes into all other type of things.
Right.
Like that.
Also.
That makes you freer.
Right. Remember how We Energies, which is our local energy company, that used to go on your credit report if you were late.
Mm-hmm.
Every month they'd report. They don't anymore. That's part of that package.
And that
helps people.
That helps you get a house.
Yeah.
That helps you, if you need a loan from the bank, like that helps, that's a big deal. Especially for, black and brown people, I'm just saying, like, there's some people, some poor whites and stuff like that, but, like, that's what I was saying, like, people like Trump and that Vance, they're up there talking about the economy and inflation and how shit's going up, groceries.
But those little things are part of it.
No, but I'm saying, like, people like Trump and J.D. Vance, when they talk about prices, the groceries going up and gas is going up, they don't give a fuck about gas and groceries. They're millionaires.
Right.
They don't even live that kind of life. That's what I'm saying, and that's what they don't realize when they're up there talking that shit. Regular working people, they can see through that stuff because they know that J.D. Vance is a millionaire. They know that Trump's a millionaire. When's the last time Donald Trump's been to a goddamn grocery store?
Right.
And if they are them type of people, They're grabbing off the shelf, throwing it in their car. They're not checking prices or nothing. They ain't worried about none of that kind of stuff. And that's why when you hear them say that stuff,
it's not realistic.
It ain't realistic.
And also, like, you know, it's basically anybody who's in the middle class and below can't afford medical co-pays, prescriptions, you know, like alternative medical care. Like if you go to a holistic doctor, like that shit's not covered. Like acupuncture, that should totally be covered. That's preventative health care. It's not covered.
Yeah.
Like if you go to, like if I wanted to get massages for my neck and shoulders every week to avoid having shoulder surgery, make it make sense that it's more financially beneficial for the insurance company to pay 80% of that massage bill rather than pay, you know, that I go, you know, say I go for like 6 weeks, once a week, and then my, you know, everything starts to feel better, cool. Isn't that better than me having shoulder reconstruction?
Yes.
And then all the medication that goes with it, and the hospital stay, and the physical therapy, which insurance only allows you to go 20 visits.
Well, that's why we give each other massages.
Yes. I actually don't like them. I mean, I like them, but I tense up too much, don't you think?
Yeah, you
like
do.
I can't just relax.
Because your muscles are. It's hard to like.
But I mean, give me an old-fashioned hug, and I'm like butter in your arms.
You know what I love? Them foot rubs.
I love giving you foot rubs because
she'll be putting my ass to sleep on it. And I always tell you too. Not every day, but I tell you from time to time how much I appreciate. Because that's not like, that's a privilege.
Because sometimes I'll do it for like an hour.
That is a privilege. To get a foot rub,
right?
That's not like a right. Or
maybe
that's, you know, that's like, I'm thankful that I get them foot rubs.
Maybe I should start calling them LMN foot rubs.
Wait, what's that?
Lifetime Movie Network.
Oh, yeah, she'll be.
Because I put you to sleep and then I watch.
See. So, some of it'll be game. She'll be running on me. She'll be running a game on me.
Right, but 100%. I know your feet bother you, and I
got bunions, y'all. They'll be hurting sometimes. Not hurting, I should say. Like every once in a while, like they'll throb.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't hurt. My feet, they never really hurt.
You get married and you can go on my insurance. And I'm at my deductibles, so.
All right, y'all. We're going to talk about this.
I'm just kidding.
It's Big Brother time. No, baby, you already know. Like,
I know. I'm just joking. I'm not, like, putting you on the spot or anything weird like that. I'm just kidding.
But you already know that.
We're each
we
other's
talk
persons.
about, you know.
That's not necessary, anyway.
If I didn't feel, you know why I always blush?
It's like instead of a green card, you
Yeah,
marry somebody
right.
for insurance. I'm totally kidding, though. Because I'm sure people do that, right?
I'm sure that does
I'm sure that
happen.
happens. I wouldn't want to marry somebody for any other reason other than I want to marry them. You know what I'm saying? Not that I don't love you and I wouldn't. I'm just saying I wouldn't want it to be like, oh, well, let's get your feet fixed, so let's get married.
You
know what I mean?
That'd be so stupid.
But I'm sure people do that with their friends.
Really?
And then
You think people do
and
that?
then you just get it annulled after everything's all good.
But why can't we just be together forever?
Oh, I plan on it.
Since we've been together for
9.5 years.
We'll be 10 years in March. We got to do something. We got to do it kind of big.
You know what? If we like this lake house that we're going to.
Yeah, we're going to the lake house.
Maybe we'll do that for our 10-year anniversary. It'll be winter time. But that's okay.
I think we got to take Marley. I don't like the idea of leaving Marley here for 4 days by herself. We're going to have to discuss that. All right, but hey, me and Michelle are going to have that conversation. Because I'm going to just say real quick, because Big Brother's coming on, so we're going to get out of here and the DNC's on. We can't miss Kamala. But we got to talk about that because I ain't never left Marley alone for 4 days, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's tough. If it was 2, I'd be like, oh, whatever. But 4 days, I don't know how big of a water bowl I can fill up in 4 days and how much food. And she's just, I don't know.
I have some ideas.
I don't know. Right, honey? See? All right, y'all, we're going to go watch Big Brother. See? You know we're talking. Yeah.
Would you like to participate in today's episode?
Marley is a little rock star. She's on a puzzle. Wait, baby, will you tell them about the...
So I got an email.
And then we're getting out of here.
I got an email from some website. Oh, it's called pawprints.com. And it was like, hey, you can submit your cat's picture, and we're picking the 12 best cat pictures for our calendar. So Marley was selected, and so I ordered the calendars. She's, October?
Yeah.
She's the cutest ever. There's a very good runner-up, but, oh, God, this Representative Jason Crow, what a horrible last name. Then I got an email that because the calendar was so popular, I could order a puzzle with her picture on it.
Marley's a puzzle.
300-piece puzzle. Now, I would love to. I'd pay the $30 for the puzzle.
They should be giving us one for free.
They should. However, I also think it's a bit of a scam. Not a scam website or anything, but I think that everyone got a calendar.
Exactly.
They just threw your cats in 1 month.
The little messages.
But like if Maya submitted her 2 cats, she would have February and October as well.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so that's how they get you. Because I bet if I get the puzzle, then a couple months later, I'm going to get an email that she was selected to be on a tote bag.
Oh, right.
Out of all the cats in the land, she was, so like it's a scam. But that's okay. I'll gladly get a puzzle.
Is it a scam, Mara?
She's like, who cares? Please put together the 300-piece puzzle with my face on it.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.
Music in a little, and we'll be back.
A lot of rappers is pussy. You can get up in them. They gangsta shit is way out of their character. Acting like predators. Averages. Acting like hunters. Gatherers. Me, I'm in the bush. Rocking a submariner. Homies that are tough as Marines. That'll damage you. Me, I think you so for violence. That's for amateurs. Violence have you missing your money. Lighting the candle up. With a creature singing a long thread. Out you in a mix, my nigga. Breathing the wrong air. Me, I'm waiting out the sticks. Playing a lawn chair. Staring at the wild life. And the funny thing about it was I had a wild life. Never rap. It's non-sight, but I tell you, fuck the streets, nigga, get your mind right. Run the line right, wait until your time right. Cause a lot of niggas, bitch, you will see it hindsight, yeah. Cause the streets don't love a nigga. Life's a bitch that's down to fuck another nigga. This is how I walk up. My brain is power. Force a train shower. Freestyle. Super Mario. Come on. holiday here. What up, nigga? D-Block in the house. Fuck a pen, get popped in the scalp. I swear to the Lord, I love my gun and care for my sword. Ain't a day prepared for the war. The day that I die, all my verses get laid in the sky. Seen stuff on the surface, but I'm hard inside. Been to his deep belief, most wouldn't accept. And I said, die what you would kill for with fierce respect. Can't tell you what the future holds. You wanna harm me, no second thoughts on shooting you cold. You don't really wanna have a collision. I'ma be the one stabbing and sticking. I'ma shoot at your brain in your face till I see like half of it missing. And I told you I'm a dangerous man. You won't say shit the minute you get banged in the glands. And I put you under the wood, under the dirt. Well, Vegas is so fucked up, I'm so humble and herbal, but I'm still under my hood, up in the whip, with a blunt in the bed, making third-inch hurt. Ghost, nigga. Come on, man. Kid's so serious, you know. Now niggas can't.
Motherfucking Styles P.
Ooh, hurry up.
The She-Hulk.
Ghost is too nice. Fuck who you like. Weasels fitted in new nights. Big box of vanillas. You can get chopped in the cellar. If you make straight pop in the teller. That's what you had when you watching a fella. Be smoother from a block where you can get popped if you yellow. White SLR drop, hit the top is yellow. Blunt smoke pop in the metal. You just can't stop being ghetto. God damn, it's all being P.
Yes, indeed. America.
Central Park 5, y'all.
I am Yusuf Salam. A New York City councilman representing my hometown of Harlem. That's right. Representing my hometown of Harlem, USA. And listen, as my friend Corey Wise just said, 45 wanted us unalive. He wanted us dead. Today we are exonerated because the actual perpetrator confessed and DNA proved it. That guy says he still stands by the original guilty verdict. He dismisses the scientific evidence rather than admit he was wrong. He has never changed, and he never will. That man thinks that hate is the animating force in America. It is not. We have the constitutional right to vote. In fact, it is a human right. So let us use it. I want you to walk with us. I want you to march with us. I want you to vote with us. And together, and let me tell you, this is going to be so beautiful. And together, on November 5th, we will usher in Kamala Harris and Tim Walz into the White House. So I want to do this. When I say when they, I want you to say see us. When they, when they see us, America will finally say goodbye to that hateful man. We will say what I have said after 7 long years of wrongful incarceration. Free at last. Free at last. Free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
If you are just joining us, this is CNN's continuing live coverage of the final night of the Democratic National Convention of Anderson Cooper here in Chicago.
So I'm going to say this real quick.
There should be room there to discuss a sentiment that is widely supported among Democratic voters, among most people in our country, that Palestinian human rights are essential.
So this is this Abbas Alawahi. He's an uncommitted DNC delegate and co-founder of the Uncommitted Movement. And he's claiming that the DNC has denied them a speaking slot at the thing. You know what? I'm going to just say it right now, man. You can't be having no privilege, Mr. Abbas Alawahi. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It sounds like, you know, you're doing a lot of good things. I appreciate that you stand up for your people. That's super honorable. You know what I'm saying? There's no denying that, debating that whatsoever. However, though, man, this is, as a black and brown person, like, you can't get up there and we as black people still can't do that. We have a black president running. I mean, we have a black candidate running to be president of the United States, and she still can't get up there and say that I'm going to help poor black people. I'm going to help people that need jobs. She can't go up there talking about helping poor black, brown people. She can't do that. Obama couldn't do that. That's why you still have a small segment of black people that are disappointed in President Obama's presidency because they don't think he did enough for black people. The presidency don't quite work like that. Like, you can do things specifically for black people, specifically for Mexican people, specifically for other people, but you got to do it on the low. You can't come out there and just say you're going to do it. You have to do it. Once you get the job, you start doing it because you're black. Obviously, you know, she better help black people, I hope. You know what I'm saying? You know, just based off the fact that she's black. But my point is, this individual, like, you can't, and I understand he's a delegate and all that, but you can't just get up here and say, oh, well, it's basically like he's trying to bully the Democrat Party. You know what I'm saying? Because word is they're wheeling and dealing with them, you know, like I said, on the low. Not all in the spotlight. They're having conversations with that group of people and their leaders or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? For you, it's basically you're trying to bully them into, it's like, well, meet our demands or we're not giving you our votes. That's bogus.
Considered getting a walk-in tub.
You know what I'm saying? And if you understand, and here's the other part of that, the other reason why, you know, she can't just be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, is because white people don't want to hear that.
Call today. You'll also receive 15% off your entire order.
White people don't want to hear. I'm talking about white people that don't claim their authentic heritage. Remember when and this goes back to how I talk about, like, how white people just go around and just any day of the week they're just a white person. But as soon as a festival comes up, you know, Irish Fest pops around, or German Fest comes around, or whatever fest it is, now all of a sudden they're German and they're Irish and they're and they're all these things, right? In which they are. I'm not denying who I'm saying, but like any other day of the week, they're just a white American. And that goes all into that American culture, like white people, the whiteness doesn't want to hear about Gaza and Israel and helping and fighting and all that stuff. Because they don't think that we should be over there doing any of that. White people don't.
So let's keep it going and make every day special.
Morning.
We have one here or no?
Cigarettes. Oh, I gotta use the ATM. I'm tripping. Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Can I get 2 pack of Newport 100s? Gonna be voting this year?
Huh?
Are you voting this year?
Oh, yeah.
You are? Who are you going for?
I don't know yet.
Really?
I am going to, but this is my second time.
Oh, this would be your second time voting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going for Harris.
Harris, yeah.
See my hat?
Of course,
See my hat?
Oh, yeah. Because she's first time leading, so.
Exactly. Exactly.
We have to give her one chance, right?
Yes. And just get away from all the chaos of the Trump. He's just an angry man. It's time for him to go.
Right.
He's an 80-year-old angry white man that's mad at the world.
Yeah.
And he only cares about himself.
Yes, that's true.
Right? And it's just like sometimes I feel like they try to insult our intelligence and act like as adults that we can't see that stuff. You know, and we don't notice it when he's up there. Because he doesn't like anybody black or brown. He don't like you or me.
Yeah. I wouldn't like
Right?
Yeah.
All right, you have a great weekend. Yeah, I don't come to this gas station that much anymore because, you know, we moved downtown.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, so that's why you don't see me that much. I still work out here, but...
That's why you...
Yeah, that's why you haven't seen me that much, yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, it was nice to see you. You have a great weekend.
You too.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, that's a cool lady. This used to be my favorite gas station I used to come to all the time. And, yeah. I mean, we still have the house and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But, like, we kind of go back and forth. But, yeah. So, yeah, y'all see, I just asked her who she was voting for. And, she's going for Harris. She said this is only her second time voting. She's, I didn't ask her exactly what her race is, but she's of Asian descent. She might be either like Chinese or maybe, you know, Philippine. She's Asian. She's of Asian descent. Yeah, nice young lady. Yeah, I've been knowing her for a few years now. Now, I don't know her like super person, you know what I'm saying? But I've established decent enough, what's that, decor or whatever that word is with her to, you know, to be able to have conversations and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, that's what, you know, I just like to randomly ask people sometime. And I always ask people that I know that I can have a conversation with. You know what I mean? I don't really like doing the just walking up to strangers and being like, hey, because I've been seeing that too online. I've been seeing people just like randomly asking people like, hey, who are you voting for? Who are you voting for? Like, I don't really like doing that because for one thing, like when it comes to like religion, politics and like race and even stuff like sports and like music, people can get really in their chest about that stuff and, you know, and have strong opinions and stuff like that. And if you come out of nowhere and ask, you know, a complete stranger, like, you know, that's just not always good. That's why I always at least, you know, make sure and like let them know, hey, like, you know, would you be willing to answer a question or two for me or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And it normally works out and shit like that. And that's what I was saying too. That's why I like doing audio. Because I feel like too, like when it comes to audio and when it comes to, you know, talking to people, whether it's interviewing somebody or just asking somebody, you know, for their opinion on something or just, you know, whatever. I think I think people are more willing to give their thoughts and opinions if they know it's just going to be on on an audio recording. People don't like being seen on video or being, you know, video recorded, you know, walking up, you got a camera and you're like, hey, can I ask you a question? It's like, damn, like you got me all on video and shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I think, my point is I think people are more willing to share stuff if they know it's just audio and their face isn't all on TV and all on camera or YouTube or whatever. You know what I mean? You got to respect people's, you know, privacy, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's just interesting to see where people are leaning and what they're thinking about. But, yeah. I am at work now, so I'm about to park, have a cigarette before I go in. I don't start till 7. It's 6:41 right now, so, yep, I'm going to park and enjoy the episode. This is going to be a nice long one, y'all. This one's going to be probably around an hour and a half once it's finished, so peace, y'all. Oh, they're going to have a round table. They're supposed to be having like a true thing where like it's going to be like Sherwin. We're talking about 101.7 The Truth, y'all. Now for a second, it's a local Milwaukee radio station, black radio station. Y'all check them out. Well, check out Sherwin Hughes. That Tory Lowe show is garbage. Black European. And that Liz Brown that he's with, she's just like a yes man. All she says is facts, real talk, facts. That's all she says. Yes, King. Salute. It's salute, like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like you could just pull a string out her back because she says the same few words. It's like...
When it's not like not like the timing of when she says stuff, like it's not even necessary.
Right. It's
like
a lot of
just
it won't even be relevant to the conversation.
Call or talk to text at 800 blah blah blah. She'll be like, facts. Yes, King. Yeah. Then you're like, but what are you agreeing?
Right.
With?
What is right? Yeah, exactly. It won't be matching the conversation a lot.
Right. That's yeah.
And so, like, they're having this round table where they're going to talk about politics. It's going to be, the host there's going to be Sherwin, Tory, Dr. Ken, Bailey Coleman, and I believe that's it. Oh, I believe that's it. I don't know why Denise Thomas isn't a part of that. But anyways, so they're going to be talking about politics and stuff like that. And I don't think it's going to work out well for Tory. Because you're going to see that Tory doesn't know much about politics, and he'll be lost in a conversation like that because he won't be able to
keep up.
Yeah, he just doesn't know just the basics of stuff. Because if he did, his whole opinion and his narrative would be different. Okay. But yeah, that's going to be interesting.
When is that?
I gotta check the date on that, but yeah. Because that's the thing, like, it's so frustrating to see black people that are gonna vote for Trump, but in reality, it's a very small number.
Right.
Even 15%, like, this still, that still ain't gonna amount to nothing. Because even if you say 15% of black population that is voting, and let's say 15% of the Latin population that's going to be voting, okay, so then you got 30%. Well, the other 70% are voting for Kamala, so it's still like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's still an insignificant number. It's almost like how you'll see, like when something crazy happens, and you might see 50 or 60 people, marching or protesting for something. And it may look, when you put it on TV and shorten the camera up and zoom the camera in, it looks like there's a lot of people protesting, but in reality, it's not a lot. It's kind of like that. It's kind of insignificant. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why, like, when Republicans are saying, oh, Democrats got to be careful. There's a lot of black population, a lot of black men, and a lot of Latinos. Dude. If 2 out of every 10 black people who vote for Trump, that shit ain't still going to add up for him.
Right.
Because we're getting independents and we're getting, more white people that are going to vote for our Democratic ticket this time. So that's all going to balance out. And they're underestimating the young vote. They think a lot of these young voters are just energetic and having a good time and all that shit and don't think they're going to actually vote. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I think it's going to be a landslide. I think she's going to win by a landslide. I think it ain't even going to be close. I think she's going to be winning states that people don't even think she's supposed to. Like how Obama won North Carolina, how Obama won Indiana. No one ever thought a black person would, or a Democrat at all would win Indiana. So, love you, baby.
I love you, too.
I will see you later.
Yeah.
Last day, let's go make these donuts. Yep. Go take on the day if you need to, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And get to your weekend and enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. So I'm about to head to work now. But we were just talking about, like, some of the stuff we're talking about, people might not be familiar with, because you got to keep in mind, like, everyone that's listening to the podcast isn't from Wisconsin. I'd say about 60% of the, I think that's a pretty accurate number. I'm going to say about 60% of the people that listen to our podcast are from Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? Are from Wisconsin, and then like the other 40% would be, you know, everyone else combined from other states or whatever. But, yeah, I was surprised though on some side stuff. I was surprised, like, we got people listening from the country of Georgia. Yeah, Israel. I was surprised. But what I was talking about real quick too, and I know this might be about the third time I talked about it, but like that pro-Palestinian movement, like that guy, his name is like Abdul Alawahi or something like that. You know, and I totally appreciate what he's doing. You know, he's sticking up for his people and all that. That's admirable. Like, there's no debating or denying that. You know what I'm saying? But for him to get up there and, like, basically try to bully the DNC and, like, letting him get a speaking spot, it's almost like, well, if you don't give us a speaking spot, you ain't getting our vote. To me, that's almost blackmail. That's borderline blackmail. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, black people can't even ask for reparations. You hear the word reparations come out of somebody's black mouth, it's like, white people ain't trying to hear that. It's some white, and when I say white people ain't trying to hear that, is because, let's just face it, white people, whether they're good or bad, they still dominate and control most spaces. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when I'll be saying stuff like, oh, well, white people don't want to hear that. You know, they ain't trying to hear that shit. Because, like I said, let's face it, most of the majority of the time, they're going to be the ones handing out the loans, giving out the grant, giving somebody a job. You know? So it's just like, and they're the one, like I was telling Michelle last night, like, until you get, you know, the Senate and the Congress, like, either all or mostly all black and brown people, you're not going to truly see any change. Because even if you got, like, what we call the good whites and all that, and you got, like, they're still going to vote, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to be voting just for all black and brown issues because they're not black or brown. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what I was trying to explain to Michelle, like, because still, you know, if you look at it, you know, the majority, the lawmakers, I'm talking about the people that make the laws, and this isn't just up in Washington, this is local, because let's face it, you know, politics, you know, that's saying, you know, all politics are local, that's true, that is not just a saying, because although the presidency is important and stuff like that, it's not more important than your local elections, because that's where the stuff is. You're gonna really, truly feel it. You know, the stuff that's going around, literally going on around you every single day. So, you know what I'm saying? So, it's important to vote for your councilman, for your alderman, for your mayor, for your, you know. But like I was saying though, like that's just like you can't do that because black people can't even do that. Like I was saying, like Obama, he was the first black president, you know, and all that, and he couldn't go up there and say, you know, as president, I'm going to help poor black people, and get, you know, and all. He can't say that. He wants to say it, or you got to kind of say it, and you know, you got to kind of change up the wording and all that stuff. But you can't, because you know, white people ain't trying to hear that. Because let's just face it, they're still the majority, and they're the ones that are controlling everything. And that's why they don't want abortion and stuff like that. Because they don't want to see their population decline, just the white population. Because it's just a fact, like, I'm not just spewing nonsense and talking and making stuff up or trying to sound funny, but in about a good 20-ish years, white people, they're going to be the minority in this country. They just are. Between abortion and, you know, unless that changes, and just face, there's a lot of less white women having babies, having kids. You know what I mean? Because if they truly cared about abortion and all that stuff, they would be, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't want black babies around. They want black kids in prison and jail. You know what I'm saying? So that abortion ban is really about white people because they want their numbers to go up. It can't be about anything else because they don't like black and brown people. They don't want more black and brown babies. They don't create laws specifically to help black and brown people, unfortunately. But that's the thing, like in this country, you just can't, you can't. And now, like I was saying, like that's some of the flack that Obama used to get because he wouldn't talk about, well, I'm going to do this specifically for black people. And I mean, you can't, dude, because ain't nobody trying to hear that. They be like, oh, dude became president and he just wants to help black people out. That's not right. Yes, the fuck it is. But you all know what I'm saying when I say white people don't want to hear it. They're just still so naive to things, you know? And they'll be quick to say something ain't racial. Yeah. So we're just chatting it up, though, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different conversations, so if you're interested, enjoy. If you're not, you know, push it along. Because that's the other thing, too, about our podcast. It's therapy for me. This is my platform. This is my way of fighting back. Because I can't vote yet. You know? I can't do certain things yet. So this is my way of fighting back. You know what I mean? I can only do and say so much. Well... Thanks for listening, and enjoy the weekend, y'all. Peace.
Let's take it there. Yeah. If Pablo was alive, I would go find them and build with him. Big was alive, I would make songs and chill with him. Brother was alive, I would play fight and steal on him. None of us here, so I'ma be real for him. If you hard, then you gotta convince me. I'm colder than the Iceman, Richard Kalinsky. What I'm saying is I'm harder than Hitman. 760 with the kick, man. It's real cool, but the house with the pool is the shit, man. Gun in your nose like Dristan. Couple of bricks, couple of blocks, planning the expand. I don't wanna be. The ghost got the title on the street. They know I'm homicidal with the beef. Got a rifle and the bullets gonna spire when he sleep.
Peace, y'all, and thanks for listening.